So it is that I'm floating out here in the sea of. So it is that I find out freedom. That's the end. I'm sorry.
You can do it.
Okay, watch this. Only a virtuous people are capable of freedom. And when a society becomes corrupt and vicious, it is in more need of masters. And that's Ben Franklin. Ben Franklin also said that a people who sacrifice liberty for freedom will lose both and deserve neither. And that's exactly what we've done in the last few years. We have wiretaps and Patriot Acts and suspension of habeas corpus. And these are all things that apparently we accept, sacrifices, but the problem is that they're just symptoms of the underlying illness in our society. Thomas Jefferson said, "We must not allow our rulers to lay upon us the overwhelming burden of public debt. We must make our elections between economy and liberty or temporary wealth and servitude. If we allow such debt to accrue, if we must be taxed in our meat, in our drink, in our labors and our amusements, in our necessaries and our comforts, in our calling and our creed, we will have no time to think. We will have no means to call our mismanagers to account. We will be glad of temporary respite by hiring out ourselves to weld the chains of oppression around the necks of our friends and neighbors. For that is the tendency of all human government, until all society is reduced to automatons of misery." And the lead horse of this frightful team is public debt. Taxation follows, and behind them, a train of wretchedness and oppression. He was a smart man. We don't listen to him so much today. But all is not lost, for we still have the weapon which our forefathers provided us for just this situation. Thomas Jefferson also said that there are two enemies of the people. First, the criminals. Second, the government. And he said, "Let us bind down the government in the chains of the Constitution, so that the government will not become the legalized version of the criminals." And like many of you, I've been to Washington, D.C., and I have seen this document. But I was saddened because I recalled that there are presidents, past presidents of this land, who after they swore an oath to uphold it, called it quaint, outdated, from a simpler time. But we still have hope, because the people still believe in this document. And there are still men of honor who hold office and run for office in our government that need your help and your support, your votes and your support on the street to maintain liberty for all of us. And when I talk about liberty to people, or speak about liberty to people, I often get impressed. Too large. It's too set in its ways. The forces arrayed against us are too great. And I say unto them the words of Sam Adams: "If you love wealth better than liberty, the tranquility of servitude, go from us in peace. We ask not your counsels or your arms. Bend down and lick the hand that feeds you. May your chains rest lightly on your shoulders, and may posterity forget that you join me and you stand up and defend your liberties today. Stand up and be free." Mr. Toastmaster.